What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, JrTheOota. Today, we finna be reacting to teen pretends to be crazy after killing parents. Sheesh. Do me a favor, if you new to my YouTube channel, sub up, like this video, let me know what type of videos you want to see. It's your boy JrTheOota, man. Let's get started.
County Sheriff's Office received a call saying that a 16-year-old named Colin Griffith was just overheard threatening to
Vax, thank you for the follow.
kill his mother. In a panic, the officers raced to Colin's doorstep to confirm that his mother, 39-year-old Kathy Griffith, was unharmed.
Hello.
Isaiah Filla, thank you for the follow. Frankie, thank you for the follow.
He's not a happy camper right now.
Crystal, thank you for the
deputies
follow.
entered the house, and to their surprise, they saw Colin being forced to do standing marches while holding weights above his head.
What's up, man? What you doing?
So standing marches as a form of discipline ever since he got home. I mean, he just shot me last night, so.
After separating the two and
Standing
placing Colin
marches?
into the back of a police cruiser, a furious Kathy, who had just found out about the death threat, rushed outside to confront Colin.
Did you tell them at the jail that you were going to kill me? Did you say you were going to hurt me?
Little did she know, just 1 year after this encounter, Colin would be on the phone with 911 as he watched her bleed out on the kitchen floor.
Oh, nah. Oh, nah. So this nigga had already threatened to kill his mom a year before he killed her. This is crazy.
I haven't been in Florida. I don't know the I don't know the secret.
This is crazy. Do me a favor, y'all. Let's get to 20K likes. Like the live if you haven't already.
My mom's bleeding out. She's bleeding out. She's bleeding from, sir. She's bleeding from the neck, man. She got real tight and she was busy with the knife and she fell on it. Okay, listen to.
Cap is fuck. Cap is fuck. Cap is fuck. Cap is fuck. Nigga said she wouldn't give me the knife and she fell on it. Jeez.
Make sure she is flat on her back on the ground. Count out loud so I can count with you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One moment.
Colin was clearly panicking while trying to save his mother's life. With each chest compression, he witnessed her losing more and more blood. Around 6 minutes into the call, Colin had a terrifying realization.
She stopped bleeding. No more blood coming out. Stop it.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even know that was a fucking thing. Nigga said there's no more blood coming out. Oh no. Oh no.
Listen to me, please. Stop, okay? Listen to me, and I'm gonna tell you how to control the bleeding. There's no more blood coming out of the wound. It's lost at all. Okay, we're gonna continue to CPR. Listen to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The dispatcher continued counting until first responders arrived at the scene.
What are we watching? Teen pretends to be crazy after killing
At
parents.
6:25 p.m., deputies made their way to the kitchen and saw Colin performing CPR on his lifeless mother. Just down the hall, they noticed a large kitchen knife covered in blood lying on the ground. After determining that Kathy's injuries were fatal, she was pronounced dead at 6:27 p.m. They detained Colin and escorted him to the back of a police cruiser, wondering what could have led up to this tragic incident. In order to fully understand the circumstances that led to Kathy's death, we must take a thorough look at Colin and Kathy's colorful past. The drama began in September of 2023, when the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office received a call from Colin's high school. Apparently, he told his teacher that his mom had pulled a gun on him and threatened to kill him earlier that morning. When the deputies went to Kathy's house to speak with her, she said that Colin's claims were ridiculous. She said that he was just making up stories because he was angry that she punished him for failing a test at school. After speaking with
Oh,
Kathy,
nah.
they went to the high school to speak with Colin directly. He stuck to his story, insisting that she had threatened him with a gun. In the end, the cops believed Kathy, and they decided that no action would be taken against her. Upon hearing...
Chai, I think that's true. I think that's true, Chai. I think she actually threatened bro with a gun or what. Do me a favor, y'all. If you're in the TikTok, follow my Twitch. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's pinned in the TikTok, y'all. Help me. Everybody follow me on Twitch, bro. We live on Twitch right now.
Colin said that if she were to do something again, he would be forced to defend himself. The authorities interpreted this comment as a potential threat to Kathy, so they initiated Florida's Baker Act to place Colin on involuntary psychiatric hold at the Charlotte Behavioral Center. 3 days later, on September 19th, when Colin was released from the behavioral center, he began repeating the statements that put him there in the first place, and took it even further by directly threatening his mom and grandma Susan.
He specifically said that he had, or something along the lines of that he had done it before and that he would do it again, and said that he would either push them out of a car, stab them, or shoot them.
Like, look at this. What more do you need to hear? What more do you need to hear? What more do you need to hear? The nigga's literally lost in the head. He's lost. He's lost in the
deputies
head.
had no choice but to initiate the Baker Act for a second time, and Colin was readmitted to the behavioral center for 3 more days. Colin was released on September 22nd, and in an attempt to prevent further conflict, Detective Lacey and Corporal Chris Rentis of the Juvenile Intervention Unit were assigned to assist Kathy and Colin as they navigated their relationship. So, over the next couple of months, Colin and Kathy were in direct communication with the detectives, sometimes daily, but despite their efforts, things were only getting worse. Then, on November 13th, 2023, things got out of control again. At exactly 8:43 p.m., Kathy called the sheriff's office saying that Colin had attacked her. But at the same time, Colin called Corporal Rentis and told him the opposite, that Kathy had attacked him. Several deputies were dispatched to the house.
I ain't gonna lie. I think the nigga's the problem, bro. I think the nigga's the problem. I think he got some shit going on in his head, and he's definitely the problem, Chad. I'm gonna be honest. He's definitely the problem.
Exactly what had happened. As they approached the residence, they saw Colin on the side of the road, so they pulled over and spoke with him first.
I told you without my glasses, I don't know where they went. We sat down and we ate, and she started talking to me about how a bunch of really bad shit. And then when I got up and was like, you can't just do that, and she was telling me to shut up, she hit me in the face, and then she grabbed onto me. I hit her in the stomach, and then I'm a wrestler. It was just reactive. Grabbed her. She got to the ground. I grabbed the phone. I started recording on my left.
But we've been through this. You called Rentis because you know you kind of messed up, right?
I ain't gonna lie, chat. Heather, it's definitely not because of her. What are you talking about? It's definitely not because of her, bro. This nigga, no matter what my mom do to me, I would never put my hands on my mother, bro. That's your mother at the end of the day. That is your mother, bro. Why would you ever touch your mother, gang? My mother can smack the shit out of me and I'm gonna walk away. It's your mother, gang.
No, it's because I didn't know who else to call, and I knew that, and I wanted to make sure he knew first off.
Like, what the fuck?
Although Colin claimed that his mom had punched him, there were no visible marks.
Because he is fucking crazy. He is crazy. He is crazy, gang. Donald, thank you for the follow. He killed his mother, no matter what. Nigga, you killed your mother. You're crazy.
Redness or swelling on his
Like
face. They patted him down, put him in handcuffs, and placed him in the back of a police
Ain't
cruiser. They then went back to the house to get Kathy's side of the story.
Catherine A. Griffith, right? So I heard EMS is coming to check out your hand.
And right here, because he kicked me.
Okay. Hey, can I see your hand?
According to Kathy, Colin was mad that she had taken his phone away for misbehaving, so he kneed her in the stomach and threw...
Look, that's real! I believe this story, gang. Nigga got his phone took and he kneed his mom in the stomach. Like, what more do you need to hear? Lock this, like, at this very moment, this nigga should have been removed from the crib, gang. You got your phone took and you need your mom in the stomach? Yeah, you laced. You laced.
On the ground.
you take the phone out of my hand as I was trying to record it. I was on the ground.
Within minutes, EMS arrived, and one of the medics inspected her injuries. Unlike Colin, Kathy did have visible injuries, including scrapes on her hand where Colin had allegedly stomped on it, and redness where he had allegedly kneed her in the stomach. Colin's grandma Susan was also there. She said that Colin had stayed at her house last night because he and his mother weren't getting along. When it was time to bring him back home in the morning, he protested this decision and was desperate to avoid his mother.
Colin did not want to come back home.
Okay.
And I said, you don't have a choice. You have to go back home. And he said, no, I want foster care. And even the corporal was saying, foster care isn't going to be good for you. You have issues. You have to work on them. And I said,
Exactly.
You
You have issues. Like I've been saying, Chad, he has issues. Like,
under control. People are going to get in your face, and you're going to have to learn to deal with that. You just ignore it. The other thing too is you don't ever hit anybody, and especially somebody as small as Kathy. I said that needs to be. He goes, no, but there are no us. That's all there is.
Susan told the deputies that when she brought Colin back home, she decided to stay for dinner. She essentially had the same story as Kathy, that when Kathy took Colin's phone away, he got mad and attacked his mom.
I think
See, like, yo, how can you defend a nigga like this? Heather, what you gotta say? Cause you was defending this nigga. Lil Drop, appreciate it. Do me a favor, if you haven't followed me yet, drop a follow for me. Follow my TikTok. Follow my Twitch. It's pinned in the chat. It's also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Lil Drop, appreciate it for the follow. It's Matt. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate y'all. Nigga need his mom in his stomach after she took his phone. Nah. Thank you for the follow. Like, come on, gang.
the phone, and that's all he was concerned about, was getting his phone back.
You said next thing you know, they're on the ground. Did you see how they got on the ground?
I'm just
No.
kidding. LOL, he wrong. Nah, yeah, this he's super wrong, gang. He's super wrong. You should never even touch your mom.
Okay.
Because I was trying to call also.
Okay.
The deputies told Susan that they were going to charge Colin for domestic violence battery. Before they took him down to the station, they allowed Susan to have a word with him.
Got to use your anger under control, okay? I'm saying prayers for you all the time, Colin, and I love you.
Look.
I think my anger's fine.
Do you think your anger's fine?
Yes, it's just with some of the accidents in my eye.
That didn't happen, though. I was there.
No.
I didn't see that, Colin. I really didn't.
Like, you see this nigga's lying, gang. He's lying.
I'm not a psychopath. I'm not this murderer. I'm just trying to peacefully leave or peacefully coexist and just figure something out.
This nigga's a liar,
When I
gang.
wouldn't shut up, she hit me.
No, that's not what happened, Colin. That's not what happened.
After this he said, she said argument, Colin was brought down to the juvenile
Look, this nigga's capping down. Thank you for the
detention center.
follow.
He was momentarily left alone in the back of the police cruiser. And during this time, Colin was recorded calling Corporal Rentis and having a conversation about two different personas. Colin 1 and Colin 2.
I'll say it to you like this, if you want to know. Colin 1 is, I guess, he's who just wants to survive, help people, and do good things in the world. And
Nigga
Colin
said
2 is
Colin
the
1.
one that protects Colin 1 in situations where he can't escape from, and Colin 2 is the one that killed someone. But you're talking to Colin 1. You're talking to Colin
Like, what the fuck? Now we're just giving ourselves names, chat. We're just giving ourselves names. I'm gonna just call myself Uta 1 and Uta 2. Like, huh?
To give context, just 9 months
This
before this
nigga
encounter,
crazy,
in
man.
February of 2023, Colin's abusive father cornered him with a knife, and Colin shot him to protect himself. Colin was initially charged with first-degree murder for his father's death, but a month later, his charges were dropped since they couldn't disprove that Colin's actions were in self-defense. He then moved from Oklahoma to Florida to live with his mother. In the call with Corporal Rentis, Colin is telling him that he has two personas, and Colin too killed his father, and he is now afraid.
This nigga killed his father and mother.
That Colin too will kill his mother as well.
Gosh.
Does Colin actually have a split in his psyche? Or is he just a twisted killer, premeditating his mother's murder and preemptively mounting his insanity defense?
Oh no.
Exactly what you're scared of. Scared of going back in there, Rentis. Jesus, how many times do I gotta say it? That's all I'm scared of. I don't think I think that you are capable of killing your mother, but I don't think that you will. A strong one, something you call it's the strongest version of things.
Following this phone call,
What
Corporal
the
Joella Moore, the officer who had arrested Colin earlier, approached the back window of the cruiser and had a brief conversation with him. He expressed that releasing him back to his mother again could result in grave consequences.
I don't know how I'm gonna react when she does that again. If I can control myself or how that's gonna happen.
What do you think you might do to her?
If she tries to hit me again, I might hit her back really, really hardly and badly.
Colin spent the night in the detention
What
center,
the
and the next
fuck?
morning, on
Niggas
November
let him
14th,
out?
2023, he had a court hearing where he was put on probation. He was free to go while he awaited his next court date,
This
and his
nigga
mom was
keeps
already
being
outside,
let out.
waiting to pick him up. Although Detective Lacey warned Kathy that she could be putting herself in danger, Kathy insisted that Colin come back home with her.
She made a comment to me that she was willing to accept her faith if that gave her more time with her son.
Meaning she was willing to die at the hands of the defendant
Jack, thank you for the
as
follow.
long as she had more time to spend with him?
Yes.
Just moments after Kathy
That's
drove off
wild.
with Colin, the sheriff's office received a call from the officer at the juvenile detention center who escorted him outside. He said that right before Colin got in the car, he threatened to take his mother's life. As you saw at the beginning of this video, several deputies went straight to the house to find out if Kathy really was in danger.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. It's
Yeah, you guys can come on in. He's doing standing marches. He's not a happy camper right now.
Answer the door right now. It'll be right to leave a message.
all right.
Yes, sir.
So what's going on, man?
Last night, me and my to a physical altercation. I got arrested for domestic battery, but we'll see how that goes.
Okay. So how is the situation with you and him right now?
She thinks that I beat the shit out of her. I don't. She thinks that I'm like psychotic, like literally psychopath, sociopath, something like that. She thinks I'm gonna kill her, that I want to beat the shit out of her.
Do you?
No, sir. I'm not gonna take what I consider abuse when someone's attacking me.
Did you make any statements saying that you were going to kill?
Yeah,
Was that said?
I did not say I was gonna kill her. I did not say kill.
We're just trying to figure out. We just want to make sure we do everything we can to prevent anything happening.
Sir, given the situation, I don't think that we should be in the same house at all.
The deputies asked Colin why there was so much tension between him and his mom in the first place. And Colin seemed to put all of the blame on Kathy.
Normally, if there's that person don't go back to the home, that's what I'm saying. And this shit kept happening, Red. This shit literally kept happening. So it's like, you know what I mean? This is crazy.
So I came to live with her after my dad died, and since then, there's just been kind of times when things boil over with her. One time, she pulled a gun on me. I called the cops.
What got her to the point that she's doing these things?
I don't know.
You have no idea. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, she pulls a gun or hit you?
It's because that I'm driving her crazy somehow. She was really abused by my dad, from what I know, and that kind of just made it to where she has these very specific things that set her off.
So how long ago was your dad?
That's cat.
7 months.
Yeah, he attacked me, my dad, and when he did, he tried to kill me with the knife, and then it was in Oklahoma, and he died.
How was that?
I shot him when he tried to kill me.
Alright.
The deputies decided that the best
Nah, this nigga is crazy. There's no way he should be nowhere
course
around
of
this
action
girl,
is to
gang.
remove Colin from the household. They then initiated the Baker Act for a third time, and Colin was placed in cuffs again and taken to the back of a police cruiser. Kathy who just learned the reason the deputies had shown up to the house, went straight to the cruiser to confront Colin.
Did you tell them at the jail that you were going to kill me? Did you say you were going to hurt me? I heard you say you were worried what was going to happen.
Ma'am.
Yes, they have to go.
Although Kathy was upset with Colin for his comments, she was also upset with the deputies for taking her son away again. The deputies tried to explain why they made that decision.
But I struggle with a kid that's being released from jail and saying, if you bring me back there, she's going to die.
If we don't do something, then,
Shame on us.
Yeah, then we're not.
Shame on us that
then
we
we
didn't do our
failed.
job and we failed you. And I'm not failing you. Nor am I going to fail your son.
Following these incidents in November, Colin's lawyer realized how unsustainable it was for Kathy to have full-time custody of Colin. The lawyer was able to negotiate a concurrent custody agreement, which gave Susan and Kathy equal authority over Colin. And he could now stay with either one of them as he pleased. Colin went back and forth between living with his mom and living with Susan, and things seemed to be going pretty well over the course of 2024.
No incidents.
Colin graduated high school, and his mother bought him a brand new car as a graduate.
His mother brought him a brand new car
Gift, which allowed him to get a new job as a delivery driver for Domino's. Although this was a nice gesture from Kathy, it was later revealed that she didn't actually buy the car herself. She used money from Colin's trust fund, which Kathy had never contributed to. Regardless, things between Kathy and Colin seemed better than ever. Over the summer, she posted photos of their trip to Washington, D.C., where they toured the White House together. But as summer came to an end, Kathy texted one of her friends, saying, "I'm going into that dark place again." On September 7th, 2024, the day before Kathy's death, an argument about a bookshelf was captured on the Ring camera in her
He ends
living
up murking her, yeah.
Break and wreck the wall.
I need the keys to the house. So we have a book for that shit car. You need to change your clothes. You're not coming home tonight.
Well, if you want to kill someone by putting that thing on your
It's not
It's not fucking down. There's no stun. There's no you can get with you. There's no
No,
stun.
it's done.
Kathy locked the door behind him. Colin took his car and drove to stay with Susan. Susan was on vacation at the time, but she would be back at some point the next day. The next morning, despite the custody agreement, Kathy was furious that Susan allowed Colin to stay at her house. So she called Susan several times, berating her.
If Colin's not here by 10 o'clock, I'm you. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Yes or no? I need a yes or no. Yes or no? Do you understand me? I thought he was going to work. He's not here by 10 o'clock. I'm sending the cops. You do not have my permission to have Colin in your home. If he's not back by 10 a.m., I'm going to take it if you are holding him hostage and not giving him back to me.
Nah, the mom was tripping too.
Kathy also threatened to sell Colin's car if he didn't come home immediately.
I'm taking the car. I'm taking everything. So I'm about to go out there and go and get the car because the car is mine. I have it in my name.
She then followed this up by saying she had already found
She's
a buyer that
tripping.
conveniently lives in Susan's gated community, and that she was outside, ready to hand over his keys.
Car is sold. He can either get the car with me and come back home, or he can come. And you better tell him.
Nah, the mom is tripping too though. Like, it don't seem like the mom was no better. I ain't gonna lie.
Of course, these statements weren't true, because she wasn't outside. Actually, all of these audio clips were recorded by a Ring camera in the living room of her home. Clearly, Kathy was just angry and doing anything she could to get Colin back home. As a final Hail Mary, Kathy tried to blackmail Colin. She texted him saying that she had recordings on her Ring camera that captured him admitting to the premeditation of his father's murder.
You've left me with no choice. Colin, the recordings of you admitting to killing blank.
She tripping, but she didn't deserve to get murked. Nah, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There are 4 different instances from my Ring camera.
And he told her son that she's gonna get him in jail for the murder of the dad, cause the son also killed the dad.
Susie, Amanda, and Chris.
I ain't gonna lie, she was tripping.
It's at 3 p.m. today. My dad is sending his recordings of you telling him how you planned my murder back in February. You have 10 minutes to call me and fix this, Colin. I am signing this title and handing over the keys now.
Kathy finally decided to drive to Susan's house to confront Colin. Susan's neighbors watched as Kathy sped through the gated community and slammed on her brakes at Susan's residence. She slammed her car door as she exited the vehicle and stormed up to the house. 1 hour later, Colin dialed 911 and police were dispatched to Susan's house. With Colin sitting in the back of the police cruiser and the forensics team processing the scene, the deputies decided to canvass the area. Susan's neighbors told them that after Kathy entered the house, she came back outside and was making a big scene on the front lawn, yelling at Colin.
You said that you saw a hand come out and touch a shoulder on the steps. Did you hear anything?
I never heard nothing. I turned my head and went back into the house and got busy again.
And did, from your perspective, did it look like the person was getting dragged into the house?
No. I just, like I said, when I seen the hand come out and grab her by the shoulder, I turned and went back into the house, and I said, they'll probably work it out. I thought it was his sister or Susan's granddaughter. And I said, they're probably having a little spat and they'll work it out.
Although this neighbor claimed to have seen Colin grabbing Kathy's shoulder and pulling her inside, another neighbor that saw the incident claimed that Colin pulled her into the house by her ponytail.
And she went around the back of the car, up close to him, and she was swinging her arms again, and he reached, and she said, I heard her say, let go of my hair, you're hurting me. And he reached up and opened the door, and they went inside, pulled her inside.
When they tried to question Colin himself about the incident, he refused to answer any questions and requested an attorney. Colin spent the night in the juvenile detention center, and the next day, Sheriff Grady Judd of the Polk County Sheriff's Office held a press conference announcing Colin's arrest. He described Colin as a cold-blooded, murderous psychopath.
He's violent.
Facts.
He's dangerous. He showed zero remorse. Zero remorse.
Shortly after this press conference, State Attorney Brian Haas formally charged Colin with first-degree murder and announced
that nigga need to be charged for both. He need to be charged for both, Chad, because he killed his mom and dad. He killed his mom and dad. If you in the TikTok, do me a favor, follow my Twitch, bro. It's pinned in the chat.
Colin,
everybody follow the Twitch.
I made the decision to charge this 17-year-old as an adult based upon the egregious facts and circumstances of this case. Charging a minor as an adult is not a decision that I take lightly, but as state attorney, it is my responsibility to do so when warranted.
His trial began on January 29th, 2025. The prosecution believed that Colin hated his mother and had been planning her death for many months, just like he did with his dad. But they weren't allowed to tell that opinion to the jury. Since he ultimately wasn't charged for his father's murder, the prosecution was unable to bring up the specifics of that case in the trial. However, they were able to introduce this clip to the jury.
Colin Chu is the one that protects Colin 1, and Colin 2 is the one that killed someone.
This made it obvious that Colin had killed somebody before, but it prevented the prosecution from saying exactly who the victim was. Surprisingly, after the claims of split personality that we heard earlier, Colin's attorneys didn't even take a stab at an insanity defense. Instead, they moved forward with a claim of self-defense. Of course, this contradicted the story that Colin had initially told the authorities.
She got so fighting. She won't give me the knife and she fell on it.
The defense claimed that Colin didn't admit to killing his mother because he was afraid that his claim of self-defense would fall on deaf ears, just like every other time.
Cap, I ain't gonna lie, Colin, you're cooked. There's so much evidence on this nigga, bro.
He and Kathy had a dispute. One of the first witnesses that the prosecution called to the stand was Detective Lacey. She told the courtroom about Kathy's devotion to spending time with Colin regardless of the circumstances.
She made a comment to me that she was willing to accept her faith if that gave her more time with her son.
Meaning she was willing to die at the hands of the defendant as long as she had more time to spend with him?
Yes.
But during cross-examination, the defense implied that this was an act in order to establish control over Colin's life and prevent him from getting the help he needed. Detective Lacey also said that Kathy would frequently go against everybody's advice on how to have a healthier relationship with Colin. One of the most shocking testimonies from the state's witnesses was from Robert Wolantis, Colin's grandfather. Colin was quite close with Robert and would sometimes vent to him over the phone about Kathy and Susan. However, on one occasion in February of 2024, Colin took things too far.
My grandson was very aggravated at his grandmother and his mother. He said, "I am so tired of these two bitches. I'm disgusted." He said, "My mom, I keep thinking over and over, I want her to bleed out. I want to smell the blood. I want to feel the blood. I want to feel the life and the blood leaving her body." I said, "Colin, I love you, buddy, but you can't have those kinds of thoughts and focus on them and then speak them, because you will cause them to become reality. Please think positive things about your mom, about yourself, and about a good future together."
However, the defense claimed that Robert was hardly involved in Kathy and Colin's life. Based on the evidence, it appeared that Robert had only spoken to Colin 3 times while he was living with Kathy. Not only that, but Robert didn't even go to Kathy's funeral.
Mr. Willantis, you didn't come to Kathy's funeral, did you?
I will see Kathy in my thoughts and my mind. That's where I want to keep her. Attending a funeral where her body is placed in the ground, that's not Kathy. The essence of Kathy is elsewhere. She's with me. She's here in this room today with each of you.
Mr. Willantis?
Ma'am?
I asked whether you went to the funeral and why. Just answer that question, please.
You interrupted me as I was explaining why. That you don't like my response, ma'am, that's your problem.
To discredit Robert even further, the defense called their one and only witness to the stand, Colin's grandmother Susan.
Was Robert Willantis invited to the celebration of life?
No, he was not. Robert tends to be very disruptive. He has difficulty with truthful manners, and we just did not want to have more lies and destruction. The final time that we could say goodbye to Kathy.
The defense also asked Susan about Kathy's long history of mental health issues, family estrangements, and violence.
I ain't gonna lie, that's sad, bro. All these niggas gotta relive all this shit. I ain't gonna lie, the son, my nigga, you are cooked. You are cooked, cause I ain't gonna lie, you killed your mom and your dad, gang. Like,
showing jurors that Kathy's unstable nature was prevalent long before Colin had moved in with her.
Are you aware of Kathy having...
Matt, do me a favor, drop a follow for me, gang.
And to the wall of the house with her running car?
Yes, ma'am, I know.
What about an incident where Kathy stabbed her then husband with a corkscrew and then burned him with a terrarium light? Are you aware of that incident?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you aware of Kathy threatening to kill her then ex-husband's girlfriend's family in Homestead?
Yes, I know. I was telling her that what she was doing was crazy.
YDG, thank you for the follow, my boy. Excuse me. I ain't gonna lie, chat, so it turns out the bitch was crazy too, though. Excuse me, but she was crazy too, though. She was threatening to kill motherfuckers. She was stabbing niggas with cords. She was not all there too.
She was gonna get in trouble that she couldn't take it out on 3 innocent lives in Homestead. She needed to turn around and go back home.
Have you ever personally witnessed Kathy engage in a physical act of violence towards Colin?
There was a fight. The fight started because she was beating him with a belt.
When you say that she beat him with a belt, were you actually there for that?
Yes, I was, and I tried to stop it.
Are you aware that Kathy pulled a gun on Colin?
Yes. Originally she denied it, then she said yes.
So she actually admitted that to you?
Yes. And Corporal Rentis was aware of that also.
Corporal Rentis was a part of this
conversation. So she was crazy. She pulled a gun out on her son? Nah. I ain't gonna lie. I can't keep defending her. I cannot I could not. Excuse me. Damn. Excuse me, y'all. I could not keep defending her though. Like,
did Kathy have a reputation within your family as being violent?
Yes.
Did she have a reputation as being unpredictable?
Yes.
And volatile?
Yes.
During cross-examination by the state, they grilled Susan for testifying on Colin's behalf and painting her daughter in such a bad light.
It sounds like you're really quick to try to throw dirt on your dead daughter. Would you agree with that?
No, not at all. My dead daughter did the best that she could. We have a problem in this country with addressing mental health. We all know that. And that's what she had. She had mental health issues. At times, she was the greatest person on the world. Very intelligent.
I appreciate that, ma'am. I appreciate that. You mentioned that you and your family members love to talk about how violent Kathy was. Is that right?
No, we didn't love to talk about how violent Kathy was. We talked about what we could do to help her. We didn't want her to lose her job, and more than anything, we wanted her to try to get better.
Colin decided that he wouldn't be testifying, so the defense rested their case, and it was time for the closing arguments.
The writing was on the wall, ladies and gentlemen. The writing was on the wall. The defendant knew what he wanted to do, and it was just a matter of time.
The state has in no way come close to proving to you beyond a reasonable doubt. They have failed to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Colin did anything other than defend himself against his mother, and that what he was afraid would happen actually happened. Your verdict has to be not guilty.
The jury was set to deliberate, and after about 12 hours, they reached...
Chad, what y'all think?
With the jury, find as follow.
Chad, what y'all think? What y'all think? Before we get an answer, what y'all think? Guilty or not guilty? Guilty or not guilty? What y'all think? I'm saying guilty all the way. Excuse me. On game, I'm saying guilty all the fucking way. Guilty. Gabe, do me a favor, drop a follow for me. Gabe said guilty. Yo, if you haven't dropped a follow for me, drop a follow for me.
The defendant in this case, as to count one, the defendant is not guilty. As to count two, the defendant is not guilty. So say will, this 5th day of February, 2025.
Colin Griffith was acquitted of all charges, and after being processed back at the jail, Colin walked out a free man.
Oh my gosh, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. This motherfucker killed his dad and mom, not guilty for both. Oh my gosh. Nah, this is crazy. Gabe, thank you for the follow, my boy. Bro, this nigga killed his mom and dad and got no time. Yo. Nah, YouTube, if you like this video, man, I ain't gonna lie, this was some crazy shit. If you like these type of videos, do me a favor, sub up, smash the like button, let me know what type of videos you want to see. I ain't gonna lie, that was a crazy ass video. I'ma see your boy JrTheOota, man. I'm out of here, deuces.